What's up, guys and gals? Sanitary 103, thanks for watching another video. So today's important video, I wanted to talk about how to overcome emotional eating. If you're one of these people who tends to go for those bag of potato chips or cookies whenever you're feeling down and depressed, then this video is definitely for you. Now, everybody in their lives are gonna have, periods of time in which things are just not, going well for you. Whether you're having relationship problems or you're not happy with your career, whatever the case may be, if you tend to, feel really emotional and you're just feeling down in the dumps and you turn to food for eating, this could be very detrimental, obviously, on your waistline, your mental health, and definitely your overall health. So moving right along, a couple pieces of advice I'm going to give you guys and gals to try to overcome this emotional eating. And for one is to try to distract yourself. Whenever you're feeling down in the dumps, if you're trying to go and reach for those bag of potato chips or those bag of cookies, try to distract yourself. Maybe go for a walk, read a book, talk to a friend, go outside. You just want to kind of take your mind off of food, because food obviously is not going to solve the problem. Now, if this distraction method is working effectively for you guys and gals out there to overcome emotional eating, then more power to you. But a lot of times it's just not that simple, right? Something's on your mind and it's almost like a natural reaction and reflex to go for that slice of pizza. It feels good for you. It feels really good to you, right? A lot of food is equated to childhood memories, birthday parties, and it gives you those warm and fuzzy feelings, and it actually triggers that pleasure center part of the brain. It gives you that pleasure, and that's why a lot of people resort to eating to make themselves feel better. But like I said, that's definitely not easy, and just trying to distract yourself and going for a walk, it might not solve the problem. So my next piece of advice, it's really important, is that you need to really get to the root of the problem, and that usually starts from up here. A lot of emotional eating, there's a root problem, a cause to it, okay? And it's usually deeply embedded and within, whether you experienced some trauma as a child or you were overweight as a kid and you got teased and you're just trying to soothe and mask the pain that you have. Whatever the case may be, you need to really be honest and take a good look at yourself in the mirror. And by doing this, you can ask a friend, talk to a close family member, a buddy, a girlfriend, whoever it is, a spouse, and definitely try to get their perspective on it as well, and maybe open up a little bit. That might take a burden off your shoulders. And if that still doesn't work and you feel like you're still going for that slice of pizza, or you're overeating and getting that hamburger after a bad day of work or just in general, then you might want to see a licensed psychologist / psychiatrist. And one last piece of advice before I depart, and this sort of ties into the whole being true to your emotions, and that is, if you can, get a piece of paper or a journal or a notebook, and whenever you feel really down in the dumps and you have that urge to grab those potato chips, stop what you're doing, get a pen and pad, and be honest with yourself and write down in that journal why you're feeling the way you are. And you got to also remember that for every emotion that you have, there's a thought behind it, and that's what you got to find out. So for instance, a person who graduates high school, the emotion is happiness, relief, joy. Those are obvious emotions. And what's the thought behind that? Well, the thought behind it is, I'm relieved I don't have to finally cram for that test anymore. This is going to help me get hopefully better job opportunities. That's a really easy example. But a lot of times, let's say, and it happens with me too, you're driving and someone cuts you off, I get really pissed off at them. Now, there were times where the person that cut me off, they basically just pissed me off because they cut me off. But a lot of times, if I overreacted, it wasn't so clear cut. Usually I would have to dig deep a little bit and find out my thought and find out the emotions behind it, and it might be something completely unrelated. You just try to attach it to that incident. But I don't want to go off too much on a tangent, but in a nutshell, I want to reinforce that when you're able to write down the emotions that you're facing and you really try to analyze the thoughts that are behind that, it's going to definitely give you a better self-awareness. And by having a better self-awareness, it's going to keep you in that Zen state. I won't say Zen, because I don't really meditate, but it's going to get you that equilibrium, that balance that you need. And you're going to be more cognizant and aware of your own thoughts and feelings. And by doing that, you're going to be in better control and you're going to lessen the chances of overeating. That is it for this video, and I'll see you guys in a couple days. Bye.